All right, so hey, excited to have everybody on a call tonight. I appreciate you taking time to join in. These calls get bigger and bigger, and I just want to encourage everybody. If you look at the who's list on the call, it's the leaders. The leaders are here. We got leaders who are doing a great job, and they're always plugged in. And we're going to talk about being plugged in tonight. So, got a great training for you tonight. We're going to be talking about honeymoons tonight. So some of you may have had a honeymoon. Some of you may be on a honeymoon. Some of you may wish for a honeymoon. I don't know. We're going to talk about honeymoons tonight. But before we do that, I do want to talk about the event. We're always looking for the next event coming up, and our next event is in Nashville, August the 16th and 17th. The 16th is on a Friday, and the 17th, it's Eddie. Eddie didn't know that he scheduled this on my birthday, but August 17th is my birthday. And it's going to be a great event. And the event is all about just building lifelong friendships. Meeting people and interacting with people. This is at the awards dinner that we had on Friday night. You've got to qualify for that. Learning from the founder and leaders, and there'll be lots of leaders speaking on stage and lots of different topics for you to learn from. But I always like the quality time. Here's two of our mastermind groups that came on stage and shared their stories. And just getting to meet people and hear their stories, and getting to meet Eddie, for those of you who haven't, and just shake his hand. And this is Eddie and Lisa at the cocktail party. And so it's not all about, rah-rah. It's not this big deal with, 5,000 people. It's a smaller event. And it's a lot of fun. You're meeting people, you're hanging out. Here they are, the girls are hanging out by the pool and just visiting in a beautiful resort. And this is a resort we're going to in Nashville. The Gaylord is one of the nicest resorts in the country. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of quality time. It's a lot of mentoring with people. And here's the deal. The special registration, you can get $99 registration through May the 31st. And then after May 31st, it goes up to $119, and that'll last till June the 30th. And then it goes up to $149, a big jump there. And then for the month of July, it's $149. And if we haven't sold out by end of July, that's your deadline to register, July 31st. And then who knows what it'll be by then. But and then you want to get your reservation for the hotel as well. Last time the hotel sold out, and we had people scrambling to get rooms. And this resort is a 5-star resort, and we've got rooms. I think they're $189 a night, I'm pretty sure. So go ahead and get registered. And oh, by the way, we do a weekly leadership call on Wednesday mornings. And once you're registered, this weekly leadership call, when I started it a year or so ago, it was for directors and above. And now that we're doing these events, if you register for the event, even though you're not a director, you get invited to the leadership call on Wednesday morning. They're a lot of fun. It's a great group. It's a small group. And we just have a lot of fun on Wednesday morning. And we're joined by Eddie. Eddie's there 99% of the time. I won't say he's there all the time, but 99% of the time, Eddie's on the call with us on Wednesday morning. So you want to get registered for that. Now, the awards dinner on Friday night, this is a free dinner. And for those who were there last year, in April, the food is just unbelievable. It's all inclusive. Everything's paid for. And so if you're a VBO or a manager, you just got to rank advanced to national manager by July 31st. You can, if you're a regional or national manager, you rank advanced to director. If you're a director, you rank advanced to regional director. If you're a regional director, you rank advanced to national director. Now, or you can enroll 6 or more Advantage member VBOs between now and July 31st. That gives us what? We're May 15th, May, June, July. That's 2.5 months to enroll 6 Advantage VBOs, and you qualify for the awards dinner. And that's powerful. Now, here's another deal. When you come there, everybody who attends gets 20 gift cards to give away. 20 gift cards loaded in your back office. That's $1,000 worth of gift cards that everybody who attends gets. And I don't care, who you are. If you're brand new, if you sign up August the 16th and come out there and you sign up as a regular VBO, you get 20 gift cards just for attending. That in itself is worth its weight in gold. That's worth the admission right there. That's worth your spending the money to come out there now. $1,000 worth. Now, check this out. We did our event in Vegas in August. We're going to Nashville. And then the trip after that will be right after the first of the year. I'm guessing around into January, February. And for those of you snowbirds up there, the Longton, the New York folks, or the Canadian folks, chances are, and again, I don't know where we're going, but chances are in February, we're going somewhere warm and tropical. So get this, you're going to have an opportunity to win that trip. All expenses paid for the trip, the one after Nashville. And it's based on credits. You get credits or points, and it's not really points, but it's really like credits. And attending the Nashville event gives you a head start. Is going to announce at the Nashville event where our next event is. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great trip. And you listen, you want to win that trip. So you'll be able to win the trip and come for free. That's powerful. I mean, so you make sure you want to be there. And you know, just again, it's going to be an amazing event. And those who are in Vegas, just touch base with them and find out. Because guess what? They're all registering to come again in Nashville because they know how powerful it is. Now, for the training tonight, I wanted to talk about the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase. Have you ever heard about that phrase before, the honeymoon phase? You know, what happens at the end of the honeymoon? You know, they're talking about marriages and you get married and you go through that honeymoon stage and there's lots of different sayings about that we won't get into tonight. But, you know, what happens after that? Because, you know, relationships are tough, and so is building a business, and any kind of relationship that you have is tough, and you go through ebbs and flows. And you know, when you join Touchstone Essentials, or when you join any business, and some of you have been in the direct sales business before, and even when you come on with a new company, you go through a honeymoon phase. It's exciting, you're motivated, you got new product, new friends, new people, new company. You know, it's a new opportunity for you. You're ready to go to work, and you get in there and you're focused. You know, you're up till 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You're talking to everybody about it. You get excited. You know what's going on. And then kind of, you know, you start going out of the honeymoon stage, you know, and that excitement turns into anxiety. And there's lots of different reasons for that. You know, sometimes we don't know what we're doing. Sometimes we get frustrated because we're trying to measure ourselves against others. You know, we see other people rank advance and we see other people having success and we go, why aren't we having success? Or this is what happens 99% of the time is we come out of the gate with what I call ignorance on fire. Just ignorance on fire. You don't even know that anybody's supposed to say no. You know, so you're telling everybody about it, and you're enrolling people. You know, in the industry, the average person enrolls 3 people. Here with us, it's 6.4. So you go out and enroll 4, 5, 6 people, and it's exciting, but then it kind of like peters out on you. It slows down, and or some of those 6 people quit, or the one that you thought was going to be a superstar isn't a superstar, and you get anxious and anxiety, and you go in this slump. And a lot of people will quit right after the honeymoon phase. The first time somebody says boo, the first time somebody says, you know, well, I don't think about this. I had somebody today, I was working with Jana today, and Jana was talking to somebody, and I could tell by the way they were messaging back and forth, the text message, this person was looking for a reason to say no. And guess what? You don't need a reason. He's thinking, I can find, you know, 5 different reasons to say no. All you need is one. And one is I don't want to do this, you know, because it's no big deal. It's no big deal. So he said he was, you know, anyway, long story short, he's like, show me your bullet points, you know, about the company, and tell me what your 30-minute elevator pitch is. And he picked one thing out of that and said, I hate that. I hate that. Well, you know what? I mean, you can say, oh my gosh, somebody hated this or hated that about our company. They hated our comp plan. They hated our founder. They hated the color green. You know, who knows? They hated themselves most of the time is what it is, but they're going to say no. But, you know, as you go through those phases and you learn that they are just that phases, and if you look down at the bottom here, months in the business, you know, it's right around that 4, 5, 6, 7 month period that people quit. And I wish I could tell you why, or wish I could have the magic pill to fix it, but because if I could, I'd be a gazillionaire. Because once you understand this business and once you get over the hurdle, it's exciting. And really, it more looks like this. You know, the business is up and down. You'll go through the honeymoon phase and you'll come out of the honeymoon phase and you'll be into depression, or you'll be frustrated, or you'll take a plunge, or your business drops off and you get frustrated, and then it goes back up again. You see, this business is like that. It's kind of up and down. It grows and it slows, and you get people coming into business, and next thing you know, they're gone. I mean, it is what it is. I enrolled a lady about 2.5 years ago, I guess it was. I'd have to go back and look exactly. She came on board and she was on fire. And she was from Florida. We were going back and forth to Florida, building a team down there. She enrolled, I think, 24 people on her own personally. 7 or 8 of them were Advantage members, and she had this thing rocking. And get this, she was a single lady, and she meets this guy, and he lives over in Asheville, North Carolina. And that's about where I lived over at Lake Norman, about 2.5 hours away. She just disappeared. She just didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, she went from this honeymoon to that honeymoon, I guess. You know, she found her boyfriend, she moved to Asheville, and she just quit. And it's frustrating when you work so hard and you put time and effort in with people, or, you know, you trying hard and not working, but it comes and goes. It comes and goes. You know, I want to tell you a story about Lisa Peterson, okay? Lisa enrolled in our company on June the 28th, 2016 at 6:53 a.m. Now, what in the world she was doing up at 6:53 a.m., I don't know. I think that was 6:53 a.m. her time. So that's 7, 8, 9, 53 a.m. my time, okay? That's when she came on board. Lisa Peterson. Y'all know Lisa. You hear her on the calls all the time. She ranked advanced in March to regional director. She's got one of the fastest growing teams in the company. She's rocking. Well, guess what? She joined June 28th, 2016. She enrolled her first customer on August 17th, 2017. That's 14 months later. Earlier today, I was thinking, because she kept saying 10 months. No, Lisa, 14 months. 14 months. Now, here's what the deal is. You see, she was with another company, and she was kind of testing the waters and unsure and didn't know. And do I want to come out of the closet? Do I want to build over here? What do I want to do? And she was just questioning herself, questioning the business, questioning her decision to come on board. And you know, August 17th, 2017, and then the next person wasn't until September. And then a couple more in October. She started out very slow. And then she became regional director in March 2019. What is that? Just a little over 1.5 years after she said, I'm ready to go. 1.5 years after she said, I'm ready to go, reaches regional director, and now working towards national director, and got her team growing. So I asked Lisa, I said, if you were able to see in the future, would you have waited 1 year to enroll your first person? And that was on the leaders call this morning. She said, hell no. No, I would have, if I could have seen where I was at. She said, think about how much further I could be along the way today had I not procrastinated on the front end, had I not been through that, came out of that honeymoon phase and took my time and wasn't sure. But think about that. 1 year, 7 months later, after she finally engaged. Now, if you look back to when she enrolled, June of 2000, you got to add what? 14 more months to that. But you can't really measure that. So you can't measure that honeymoon phase. You got to look at what they do. You see, it takes work and persistence to build your business, and it takes hard work. And then you got to gut it out. I mean, you got to stick with it. You know, there's a guy that I know, and he's a nice guy, but I'd never joined a business with him. I mean, I'm not going anywhere because I love it here. I love the company. I love the founder. I love everything about it. You know, but he's constantly calling me up every 2, 3, 4 months. I'd say it's about every 3 to 4 months with his latest, greatest. And so, you know, then he called me this last time and asked what I was up to. And I'm like, I said the same thing I was up to the last time I talked to you. The same thing, you know, I'm doing the same thing I was doing. And he's like, well, yeah, I found this and it's great. And I'm like, yeah, no, you know, you've seen the kind. They can't stick with it. They come out of they get excited, they come out of the honeymoon phase and they quit, you know? And here's the deal with this business this is a team sport. Building a direct sales business is a team sport. Don't try to go it alone. I mean, you got to stay plugged in. We got these smartphones. You have to plug them in every day. You have to recharge them every day. It's important if you don't recharge it, it's dead, and it's nothing but a nice paperweight. Not even really a nice paperweight because it doesn't weigh that much. You got to put gas in your car. If you buy your car and you don't charge it for electric cars, you can win a Tesla Model S car here, earn one, not win one. If you don't charge it, it won't go. If you don't put gas in your car, it won't go. You got to work out regularly. You can't go to the gym once every 6 months and be in great shape. It doesn't work. You got to bathe each day. You should bathe each day, okay, or at least every couple of days, because if you don't, you'll smell bad, and your hygiene will be bad, and your hair will look rough. You got to stay plugged in. You see, this is a team sport. And see, here's what happens is, it's kind of funny today, and I don't know if all of you on the call here know about this post that came out today, but Rena Batt, she posted today, and all of a sudden, it created this new excitement. Now, don't get me wrong. This is an unbelievable post. I love it. And I'll share it with you. It says, I shared my excitement with Alan Newell yesterday after I checked my own blood with my dark field microscope. I've been a certified microscopist since 1999. Yesterday, my own results in 20 minutes after using Calm 750, our CBD hemp oil, were astonishing. The first slide, up at the top up here, the first slide, as you can see, after lunch, showing rulea, which is the chaining or lumping or stickiness of the cells, the blood cells, which severely reduces oxygen in the body, low pH, sluggish circulation, and a list of unhealthy indicators. The second slide, 20 minutes after she took the Calm CBD, was so improved, she said, I was shocked. No rulea, clear plasma, larger white blood cells, okay, and super oxygenated, clean blood. And she said, I'll be sharing these products for years to come. And see, what happens is we see something like this, and all of a sudden, the excitement's back. Oh my gosh, look at that post. But what you have to realize is this, okay? Some of y'all saw my rant on Facebook today, my Facebook Live rant, I called it. I mean, come on, folks, let's be real. You are with a company. We have the best products in the industry, bar none. Bar none. I mean, I'll just tell you, you can be confident with that. I mean, hey, I will be more than happy to play spin the bottle with anybody out there when it comes to ingredient labels. People are selling snake oil. They're selling crap. They're selling poison. I mean, and they don't care. I mean, some of them don't know any better, but let's be real. Read the label. Go into the back office and pull up our vitamin chart and read what's in these vitamins. Look at the ingredient about that. Look at the ingredient, some of this stuff. There's one out there, this weight loss thing that they sent. And the one that got me so fired up was this darn weight loss crap they're putting in this water. It reminded me of ephedrine. Ephedrine was a weight loss pill that was the hottest thing on the market 20 years ago. I mean, people were dropping weight like crazy. Anybody remember ephedrine? It was F of this, and they had all these pills and capsules, and it was amazing until they figured out it'd kill you. People's livers were shutting down. They were becoming jaundiced. They were literally dying of liver failure. And now it's illegal. And I think that's what it takes for the FDA and some of these people to ban stuff is you got to die. Well, I mean, we've got the best products on the market by far. There isn't anything out there any better. And we're a community rooted in goodness. So you've got to stay plugged into the community. It's all about, making friends, being friends, plugging into these calls, talking to people, working with people, staying plugged into your upline leader, because it's all about support. It's all about supporting each other. Caring and sharing is not just about sharing with a new prospect. Caring and sharing goes further than that. You got to be caring and sharing with the people you've enrolled. You see, you can't just enroll them and leave them alone, because they'll leave, they'll quit. They will. See, when somebody quits your business, you need to ask yourself why. Because they go through these ebbs and flows, these up and downs, and you got to be there for them. You got to support them. You got to encourage them. You got to inspire them. Encourage and inspire, caring and sharing with people on your team. And then you need that too. We all need that. I need it. I love talking to y'all. I love calling the team. I love calling people. Listen, y'all don't know how much y'all get me fired up a lot of times. You know, I love calling. I just said, Denise, you owe me a phone call. I love talking to Denise on the phone. She gets me fired up. She gets excited, and I get excited. And I get off the phone, and I'm going to call somebody. I'm like, I'm going to sign that person up. I'll be talking to you about somebody you're talking about enrolling, and it'll remind me of somebody that I need to call. So this is a community. It's a team. We're a team. And you got to stay plugged in. Don't get caught up in the honeymoon phase or coming out of the honeymoon phase. When you're down and out, find somebody to talk to. Somebody on the team. Don't talk to people outside. They don't know what they're doing. They'll try to say some snake oil, some crap that go in powder and drinks, make you lose weight and die. Talk to people within the company. Talk to the people on the team. And you'll be happy you did. But see, here's the deal. If you could see in the future, just like we did with Lisa, just like we've done with, Denise, rank advanced director, and she's got her eyes on national director. She's looking to the future. If you could see the future, if you could see down the road 2 years from now, again, it took Lisa, once she decided to build a business, and really it was, I say a year and 7 months, it was really a year and 6 months. She only enrolled one person in August. I don't even count that. That was a customer. As a matter of fact, 3 in September, and they were all customers. But if you can look a year and a half or 2 years down the road and see where you were and see and say, okay, if I can get there, if I can just work through it, I can be making, $10,000, $20,000 a month, whatever that number is for you, whether it be 30,000, whatever your goal is, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road. Can you imagine 4 years down the road? Took her a year and a half, 18 months, enrolling her first customer to regional director. So many of us are just getting started. So listen, we are rebels. We have a cause. We do partner with you. You're not in this alone. Let's make it happen. And if you haven't registered for Nashville, I highly encourage you to do so. And listen, the guarantee is still out there. If you come to Nashville and you don't feel like the trip was worth your time and money, we'll refund your cost of coming. We'll refund your ticket price. We'll give you your money back, just like our products. So I'm excited about what we've got going on for the future. We are just on a mad dash right now with the CBD oil, but everybody goes through ebbs and flows, even when you got a product like CBD oil. So stay focused, stay the course, do whatever it takes to gut it out. Find a friend, somebody you can lock arms with, your upline leaders, to work with you and support you and encourage you and inspire you and make it happen, because your dreams can come true. You can have everything you've ever dreamed of here with this company. I'm just going to tell you, Eddie's goal is to touch over 1 million lives over the next 5 years. That's 1 million people. Think about that. Now, where are they? Them people got to be under somebody. They've got to be under somebody. Can you imagine that? I'll take as many as I can get, because I love this business. And I love working with each and every one of you. So get registered for Nashville. Let's make it a great trip, make it a great night. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule today to join me. I hope this was educational for you, and I appreciate each and every one of you.